Welcome back, everybody. It's a brand new week of 5 Minute Majors, and I'm your host, Derek Harper. Well, we are getting deeper and deeper into the second round of the playoffs. I think the biggest story here so far, the Portland Winterhawks are continuing to just dominate. In a game where the Everett Silvertips were up 3-0 on home ice, and I think everybody knows Everett is a different monster in their home building. Angel, the Wins Arena, not many teams go in there and win too easily per se. After Everett dealt with a lot of injuries in their first couple of games and gave Portland the upper hand there, the Silvertips went up 3-0 in game three on home ice. 3-0. Portland storms back, ties the game, sends it to overtime. Carter Southern. Ice in his veins, gets a funky bounce off the glass, pings off the post and in. Portland wins it 3-0 series lead. Folks, we're going to be setting up for a showdown for the ages in this next series. If all goes according to plan with both Prince George and Portland, those two will meet in the conference finals. And boy, will that be a series. If I had to guess, I think that will be the tougher series for the Winterhawks rather than the finals if they make it past Prince George. I think Portland will make it past Prince George. It'll be a crazy battles. There'll be some crazy battles, but I think the Winterhawks can take it in 6 or 7. I think 6 because that would be on the Winterhawks ice, I believe. Don't quote me. If they do a 2-3-2, it would be in Prince George. So far, the Winterhawks have had a couple 2-3-2 series, but we'll see what happens. Right now, they're 2-3-2 because of venue conflicts and stuff like that. That tends to be for longer distances, but this is also a weird series where the next game, game 4, is not till Friday. So we'll see what happens there. But also the Saginaw Spirit over in the OHL, they are still alive. So there's a chance that the OHL, the champion, is also the host, which would then play into their funky rule where the host team makes it, but also the runner-up because the host team won the league. Couple player of the weeks to talk about here. Prince George making the news again, not just for their lead in their series, but Joshua Ravensbergen, 17-year-old goalie. He has been perfect in the postseason so far, and he had an incredible regular season. What that means for the rest of this postseason is going to be an incredible series. I cannot wait to see this Portland Prince George series. It's going to be incredible. But that series would likely pit their goalie Joshua Ravensbergen against Portland's Jan Spoonar. And boy, those are going to be some low scoring affairs, in my opinion. We'll see what happens, but that was my thoughts on it. The Prince George Cougars, their series, a 3-0 lead going into Wednesday night's contest against the Kelowna Rockets, likely to sweep. The Saskatoon Blades had a 3-0 lead going into their game Wednesday, while Moose Jaw had a 2-1 lead over the Swift Current Broncos. That Moose Jaw series also a very interesting one with Connor Geekie facing Matt Savoy, who were teammates up until the Wenatchee Wild traded them so they could kind of recoup their cupboards. But going into Wednesday night will be very interesting. With next week, we'll have an even better picture of the conference finals across the leagues. The QMJHL is a little harder to tell. They don't really put brackets out. So we began focusing a little bit more on the WHL and the OHL, which will always be more relevant, like I said, with the Memorial Cup host, the Saginaw Spirit, which we may be bringing you exclusive coverage from, which I'm really excited about. The other player of the week, Columbus Blue Jacket prospect Denton Matachuk. He led all WHL skaters in points with 1 goal and 6 assists for 7 points and a +4 rating in 2 games. He had a secondary assist on a goal in front of the net by Seattle Kraken prospect Jagger Firkus. Firkus also a name to remember that I've written about for this series already this season. So it's some exciting times there out in with the Moose Jaw Warriors. NHL prospects across the board with the Winterhawks, Prince George, and them. Until next episode, I'm Derek Harper.